just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. You know how we do it right here on Trending. We'll talk about all the trending gist on the internet and, of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo, and you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. Who is joining us today? The beautiful, gorgeous NK. Thank you, NK.
Hi, Mercy.
Hi, NK.
How you doing? You're looking good, by the way.
And you look good too. I love the
Thank
top. I love
you.
the
Thank
colors.
you. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure being here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So let's not really waste much time. Let's just dive straight into our stories for today. And we have really interesting stories. Our top story for today, the Niger State government has confirmed the safe return of 100 school children abducted last month from St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary School in Papari, Aguara local government area. Authorities say the children were received yesterday and are now undergoing medical checks and debriefing. The government also reiterated its commitment to strengthening school security across the state to prevent future attacks. And talking about security, yes, it's a great news. It's a great news. You know, when you see people doing their jobs, we really need to commend them right here from Trending. Yes, we need to commend them. I feel the government have really done their best to ensure that these abducted school children are brought back. Remember the case of the Chibok girls?
Exactly.
Up till now, nothing. We've heard nothing about them. So this is a great news. But still talking about security across schools. How come they were able to take that number, not one, not two, not three, not 10, that numbers of school children in a school? What happened to the security? Is it that they don't have gates, they don't have security officers,
Obviously, they
and
don't
all of
have
that?
any security
Because
aspect.
it's totally wrong. It's wrong. Like, how can a parent send their children to school and then these children are not secured? They are scared of what if, because I'm sure right now this school alone will lose a whole lot of customers. Some parents will just try to withdraw their children from the school. And then even in that community right now, I'm sure some parents will be like, okay, I think we should start the homeschooling. Rather do the homeschooling, or it's better not to even go to school than taking my kids to school and having this double thoughts of them returning back home or not. It's something that they really need to work on, security across schools, because it's something that is alarming. Yeah, because 100 school pupil is not, it's not a joke at all. NK.
It's really not a joke, like you rightly said. But then the issue is, when you say security across schools,
Yeah.
I think it's more prevalent in schools in the rural communities because these are the people that are the hardest hit. You know, there is no access to basic amenities per se, and the security architecture is zero. Let me say that because I mean, go to the villages. How many security personnel do you see assigned to schools? No. So it's very porous. It's very easy for anyone to just come in and do whatever they like. We hear of rapes. We hear of, you know, kidnappings like this happen mostly in the rural areas. And I think the government of the day should spread the security architecture across communities. You know, that's why we're calling for state policing. I mean, let's bring it down to the local level. Let the people in the community be the one to be safeguarding these communities, because the vigilantes, I mean, if they are properly empowered and you know, given the right tools to work, I think they can go a long way to helping to safeguard these communities. But it's a good thing that they've been able to secure the release of the 100 schoolgirls, the school children. You know, I want to give a kudos to the Nigerian security agencies for that, and it's a welcome development. We hope to see more. But then again, we don't have to wait till it gets to the point where they are being kidnapped, and then we'll start running helter-skelter to see how we can get them back. But before then, we should make sure that we secure these communities. I think the state government needs to do more in that aspect.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, your contribution. Yes, talking about the release of more persons, we know more persons are still in kidnappers den. And then we had the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu coming out today on the Daily saying we need to bring back all the abductees. Yes, that's what we need. This is just one of them, because for the past couple of weeks we've been hearing about kidnap. So we have a whole lot of persons still in captivity. So we hope that they get their safety, and then they reunite with their family, and then I need them to be safe and sound. I know it's never going to be safe. Just imagine the whole trauma of being in that kidnappers den for that long. And then talking about trauma, yes, a tragic incident happened in Enugu State. A 50-year-old woman, Agnes Obeta, who was abducted in Ezimo Udenu local government area, has reportedly died from shock shortly after she was released. She was among a group of victims kidnapped while returning from a funeral. According to military sources, the Nigerian army rescued 14 abducted persons during a clearance operation on Friday, December 5th, in Orokam Forest in Benue State, which borders Uden local government area. Sadly, despite regaining her freedom, Agnes Obeta could not survive the trauma of the ordeal. This story continues to raise concerns about rising insecurity and emotional toll on victims even after the rescue. Now we're talking about the trauma that these people have to. This is sad. Even a woman, a 50-year-old woman that could not take that. Then let's think of these children, because when I saw the pictures of the released or rescued school children, I saw very tender children from the age of 6 thereabouts, and I felt really bad. Just imagine growing up with that trauma and all of that. And we know how the system is working. If it was maybe some other nations, I'm sure they would take them to some form of rehab and places that would just calm their heads and all of that. But this is a system that works. So we hope that this whole trauma and toll does not really do too much on the children. But this is a sad story. This 50-year-old woman, imagine after being rescued, but she couldn't just deal with all of the shock that comes. I do not even want to put myself in their shoes. I don't want to know what they feel, but I know it's not a good feeling at all.
It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. I mean, if you find yourself in a place, it's just like you are being lost in the bush. This one now did not kidnap you. You are lost in the bush, and you're trying to find your way, and it's becoming difficult to find your way. You will feel tense. You will feel scared. You will be afraid, right? Now, just imagine being in the hands of people who are armed with weapons and are ready to do all kinds of things, and you're just there scared for your life. Who would have thought? Probably she must have been battling an ailment like high BP or something, and that trauma kind of triggers BP and the rest of it. But then again, it's a very sad one. No one deserves to go through that. And I think proper investigations should be made to ascertain exactly what really led to her death. To know if there was an underlying condition she was battling, or is due to maybe she was assaulted, maybe she must have gone through a lot of things while in the hands of the kidnappers and stuff. And it's not. That's why we are really begging for the government of the day to do all it can to secure the lives of its citizens.
Yeah, they need to secure the lives of the citizens. This is a very sad and disturbing story, and our hearts go out to the family of the victim. We pray that God himself consoled them. This is a developing story, so like NK rightly said, the investigations really need to be done to know what the real cause of the death is. But away from that, we're still talking about insecurity in the nation. Breaking news from Imo State. Operatives of the Imo State Police Command have uncovered a hotel and a mortuary allegedly used by a criminal syndicate for kidnapping, ransom collection, and organ harvesting. The discovery was made along the Airport Owerri Aba Road in Ungo Okpala local government area. Police say the facility served as a base where victims were held and criminal operations were coordinated. Investigations are currently underway, and authorities are promising swift action against everyone involved. And again, this shows the high level of crime and violence in the nation. Just imagine having a hospital, a hotel, a mortuary, and one would think that's in just a mortuary. That's just a mortuary, and that's just, and then they're using it for crime in the same country. And then that's why I tell people, do not envy people, because you don't know what they do. you see people, yeah, you could see some persons, like when I was going through the comments, I saw some persons saying, some persons might just say, I do exporting and importing and all of that. And at the end of the day, this is what they're into. You don't envy people because you don't know what they're into. You don't know what they're doing. Imagine somebody claiming to own a hotel, and one would think that's a hotel, and another person would think that's a mortuary, and then using it for organ harvesting, kidnapping, and all sorts of atrocities going on in that very place. This is a very sad one happening here in Nigeria. At least this time around, it's not the usual people would think it used to be when they say kidnapping and all of that going on in the northern part of the nation. People have already channeled it to one particular set of people that are involved in that crime. But this is happening in the southeast part of the nation, and it's a very sad one. It's a very sad one. When we're still trying to fight terrorism, and now we're still trying to fight all of this kidnapping going on within us. It's a very sad and disturbing story, NK.
It's a very sad one. But then the signboard there said mortuary services. I mean, who would think that is a place to go for, lodging as a hotel?
Okay, that's just one of the signposts. Okay, that's for the mortuary. Yeah, there's also a hotel that probably you just go there thinking you want to just rest your head a bit and all of that, and then organ harvesting.
We are happy that it's been busted. There are many more like that. There are many more places like that.
Yeah.
Probably may not be a hotel, but there are more places that are used as syndicates, you know, for all kinds of atrocities. And we are hoping that they are being found. I mean, there was, I think, some years back, I think there was a baby factory that was uncovered somewhere also in the east.
Yeah.
And people house these girls, young girls, get them pregnant, and then when the baby is born, they sell these babies to different people, But then again, thank God that such factory, was uncovered. And I think we should work towards uncovering more, because there are many more hiding in different locations in this country. So kudos to
kudos to the Nigeria security agencies. Like we said, once you're doing your duty, we'll come here to give you your thumbs up. But once you don't do your duty, you know what we do right here on Trending? We drag you like a tiger generator. Well, away from that, let's quickly take this very story. Nigerian creators on TikTok are facing a major setback right now. TikTok has restricted its live feature in Nigeria during late night hours, blocking live streams from about 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The platform says the move is part of an ongoing safety review aimed at protecting users. But for many Nigerian creators, this restriction is hitting hard. Late night hours are prime time for engagement, gifting, and overall monetization. With the new limitation, creators say they are losing income, visibility, and audience momentum. TikTok is yet to announce when the full live access will be restored, but creators are already calling for clearer communication and a quick reversal. Interesting news.
Hey,
I think I need to take I need to take a deep breath. When I wake up in the morning, I'm not supposed to really say this on air. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I want to do is quickly grab my phone and see what's going on. And then yesterday I woke up in the morning as usual, as early as 4 a.m. I felt like, okay, let me do my usual routine. And I got there. I could not do nothing. I was wondering. Meanwhile, I think Sunday night, I got the notification that for some reasons, we won't be able to go live that very night. So I felt like, what kind of notification is it? I just ignored until when I woke up in the morning and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, what's happening? I waited and waited. I was calculating and all of that. And finally, 7 a.m., so I felt like, okay, it was just yesterday. And then this morning I woke up again, same thing. And I said, what's happening? What's happening? TikTok, what did we do to you? What have we done? What did the Nigerian creators do? No, I don't know. But when it comes to Nigerian TikTokers, I feel TikTok, they do too much. Because for people outside, creators outside the country, once you have just 50 followers, you can actually stream live. But for Nigerians, once you don't get up to 1,000 followers, you cannot stream. Same way, content monetization. Once you get for creators outside Nigeria, they get monetized from as low as 1,000 followers. They start getting paid for their numbers of views and all of that. But for Nigerian creators, you have to get 10,000 followers before you start to earn from your content. And then I don't know why TikTok, what the Nigerian creators, I think I should start calling out TikTok, or maybe we should drag them this time around like a tiger generator.
This is the problem why they are giving you guys so much restrictions, because not to do. Yeah, okay. Because I think a lot of Nigerians on TikTok, I mean, I see them.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot that is being done on TikTok.
Yeah.
And you know, once it comes to Nigeria, that's what they carry on for head, with the hawker like bread for head. You know, so I think.
But TikTok will be boring without Nigerian creators.
And so they want to now check it and see, okay, will it really be boring? Let us even see what we can do without these people. So I think that's just what they're trying to do, to put some regulatory measures on how these people operate this platform. Because like you said, in outside Nigeria, with as low as 50
50 followers,
you can go live. But in Nigeria, you have to get like 1,000. So you have to work twice as hard to earn that, you know, visibility or whatever you're trying to gain, the money you're trying to get from this platform. So I think Nigerians over time have given TikTok organizers a hard time.
No, I don't think so personally. I don't. And I'm not being defensive because I'm a Nigerian creator. I'm not being defensive right now. I'm not being defensive, but I feel apart from TikTok, when it comes to Nigeria, they always do things like that. Because even to verify your account, once you want to use the your national ID card, it's very, very difficult to verify with your national ID card. You asked me to verify with a national or a government-owned ID card, and then I'm trying to put my national ID card, but you're still giving me tough time. But once you use other documents, and then boom, they just verify you immediately. I don't know, maybe because of all of the things going on in the country, so they just feel like Nigerians, we don't trust Nigerians because of all of these things going on. I feel that's the whole thing. It's not really because we the Nigerian creators, we don't do too much on TikTok. Yes, I know we try to do some things.
It's okay.
But TikTok is going to be boring because we've been hearing rumors like the one who banned TikTok
if they say from
Nigeria
to 7 a.m.
from 11 p.m.
11 p.m.
Yeah,
you can't
but that's the prime
from 8
time
p.m. to 10 p.m.
That's the prime time. That's when you have lots of persons, especially people outside the country. You know, when it's night here, it could be day there, and then those ones are awake. They want to come see what you're doing. But when they don't allow you, it's a bad thing because it's a TikTok. Please, let's see how we can walk around this. Let's see how we can allow the Nigerian creators to be back on this space to enjoy all of the benefits, because now so many persons, this is like a livelihood for them. I know some persons that take this TikTok live streaming and all of that as a full-time job for them, and then imagine some persons, they just want to sleep during the day. They want to sleep during the day and then go live streaming at night. But this is a sad one. So we hope that all of these issues, they said they're making some reviews. Let's see if they finalize all of the reviews, and then we are giving our rights back. Yes, we want to start going live again.
They are making reviews, so you guys should be calming down and just relax.
Yes, we are trying to be calm, but 2 days feels like
it could
1
be a
year.
week. It could
2 days. It's just 2 days now, but it feels like it feels like 1 year. It feels like 1 year, but it's all good. TikTok, please do what you need to do and see how you can make us get all of these features.
For the sake of Mercy,
and make us see how we can get all of these features as soon as possible. Well, this is a developing story. Let's see if we hear from TikTok. I just spoke with them. Let's see if we hear from TikTok as soon as possible.
She just spoke with them.
Yes, I just did. Let's see. Well, interesting story we've got today, but we really need to go. It's been an amazing time. I had fun, and I know NK because we've been laughing.
Always a vibe.
Thank you so much, NK, for always joining me here on Trending. And so, you know, it's been an amazing time all the way from the daily straight into the dialogue, the news, and now the trending. And you can engage with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Well, I'll see you again for another great edition of Viewpoint, same time tomorrow. I remain Mercy Erabo. Do have a blessed day.